The rift opens. The night sky over Earth glittered with stars, serene and timeless. To the billions of humans below, it was just another night, unaware that the heavens were about to tear apart. In the orbit above, satellites began to flicker, their signals scrambled by unseen forces. The International Space Station rattled violently as its instruments went haywire, warning of a gravitational anomaly larger than anything ever recorded. Astronomers watched in horror as a massive distortion bloomed between the Earth and the Moon, like space itself had been ripped open. A rift! It swirled with colors no human eye had seen before. Deep violet flames, streaks of black lightning, and crystalline shards of energy that looked alive. From its center pulsed a rhythm, like a colossal heartbeat echoing across the void. On Earth, alarms rang across Shield Command. Nick Fury stood in the control center, staring at the holographic projection of the anomaly. "Talk to me," Fury snapped. A scientist's voice trembled. It's not just gravitational. It's feeding on space-time itself. Sir, if that rift expands, it'll destabilize the Moon's orbit. That means Earth is screwed," Fury finished. "Get me the Avengers." But not all the Avengers were available. Stark was off-world investigating disturbances. Thor was unreachable in Asgard. Strange was deep in the Sanctum, guarding against eldritch incursions. The closest, the one already near the anomaly because of a monitoring mission, was Bruce Banner. Except right now, it wasn't Bruce Banner floating in orbit in a reinforced shuttle. It was the Hulk. Inside the spacecraft, alarms wailed. Hulk crouched low, his massive shoulders hunched, eyes glowing green as he gazed out the viewport at the growing rift. His breathing was steady, though his fists clenched instinctively. "Banner," Natasha's voice crackled over comms, calm but urgent. "Talk to me. What do you see?" Hulk growled, low in his throat. Banner's voice echoed inside his head, trying to push through. "It's not just an energy anomaly. Something's coming through." As if on cue, the rift shuddered, expanding violently. Shards of violet crystal shot outward like meteors, ripping through orbiting satellites and shattering them to dust. Out of the heart of the rift, a shadow emerged. It wasn't a ship in the human sense. It was alive. A colossal structure of jagged crystal and obsidian metal, its surface pulsing with inner light like veins of lava. It moved with purpose, folding open like the wings of some titanic insect. And at its center, towering over any human design, stood a figure, Korgath the Annihilator. The alien warlord was unlike anything Earth had seen. 20 feet tall, armored in crystalline exoskeleton that refracted the light of nearby stars. His eyes glowed with violet fire, and in his hands he carried twin blades forged from collapsed stellar cores, each humming with power. When he spoke, his voice thundered not through the comms, but directly into the minds of every living being on Earth. "This world is rich. Its heart burns with power. It shall feed the Dominion." Panic erupted across the globe as billions heard his words. Hulk snarled, his lips curling back over his teeth. "Not Earth." His voice was guttural, primal, but clear. The alien's gaze shifted. Slowly, deliberately, Korgath raised one clawed hand toward the green figure watching from the shuttle. "You are strong. But strength is meaningless before the Veilthar." The alien warlord extended his blades. Behind him, the living warship unfurled its wings, spreading an energy field that began pulling at Earth's magnetic core. The oceans trembled. The ground cracked. Inside Fury's command center, red alerts flared. "He's going after the core," a tech shouted. "If he destabilizes it, Earth's done." Fury's jaw tightened. "Banner, it's on you." The Hulk launched. With one thunderous smash, he ripped apart the shuttle doors and hurled himself into space. His body glowed faintly, wrapped in gamma radiation that somehow shielded him from the void. He soared through debris, his eyes locked on the alien mothership. Korgath stepped forward, meeting Hulk's charge with calm disdain. And then they collided. The impact sent shockwaves that rippled across the rift, scattering meteors and shattering broken satellites. Hulk's fists slammed into crystalline armor, sparks exploding into the void. Korgath swung his blade, carving a streak of violet fire that tore across Hulk's chest, searing his skin but not stopping his roar. "Re-aha!" Hulk bellowed, grabbing the blade with both hands and snapping a shard from it. For the first time, Korgath's expression shifted, curiosity, then recognition. "You are not like the others. You are dangerous." The alien warlord struck again, faster, harder, his crystalline armor glowing brighter with each blow. Hulk blocked, smashed, countered, his movements less brute and more focused, Banner's voice threading into his rage. "If he reaches the core, it's over. We stop him here." No. But Korgath wasn't fighting to kill. Not yet. He was testing. Measuring. With a sweep of his arm, the alien slammed Hulk backward, sending him tumbling through the wreckage of a satellite. Hulk recovered, snarling, blood streaking his chest. Korgath's voice thundered once more. "This world will break. As will you." And with that, the mothership unleashed a beam of energy that lanced toward Earth, cutting across the atmosphere like a blade of fire. On the ground, people screamed as the skies turned violet. And Hulk, battered but unbroken, wiped the blood from his mouth and hurled himself back at the alien warlord, a green meteor blazing with wrath. Because if Earth was going to be destroyed, it would have to happen over Hulk's dead body. Battle on the edge of the stars. Hulk's roar echoed through the void, a soundless vibration that seemed to shake even the stars. He struck Korgath with fists like meteors, smashing into the alien's crystalline armor. Shards of violet light splintered off, but Korgath stood firm, swinging his stellar core blades in arcs that carved fire through space. Each clash was apocalyptic. Every impact sent shockwaves rippling into the rift, making it pulse wider. Earth's atmosphere shimmered as the pull on the planet's core grew stronger, ocean tides rising unnaturally and quakes trembling across continents. Humanity looked skyward, seeing flashes of green and violet light dancing like war gods above their world. But Hulk wasn't fighting only Korgath, he was fighting the battlefield itself. The vacuum of space pressed against him. His gamma radiation burned at full force, wrapping him in a faint aura that kept him alive, but each strike from Korgath drained more of his energy. The alien warlord's armor pulsed hungrily, absorbing Hulk's power like a predator feeding. "You bleed strength," Korgath's voice thundered in Hulk's mind. "Your fury nourishes the Dominion." Hulk growled, his teeth bared. "Then choke on it." He tore a shard of broken satellite drifting past and hurled it like a spear. It slammed into Korgath, shattering against his armor but staggering him back just enough for Hulk to launch forward. With a savage uppercut, Hulk drove his fist into the alien's chest, sending cracked spiderwebbing across the crystalline exoskeleton. For the first time, Korgath faltered. His violet flames flickered, dimming. But then his lips curved into something resembling a grin. "Good." The alien warlord spread his arms, and the mothership responded. From its hull, tendrils of crystal lashed outward, wrapping around Hulk and dragging him inside. The interior of the alien vessel was alive. Pulsing veins of light ran through crystalline corridors, and the walls thrummed with power. Hulk slammed against the floor, cracking the crystalline tiles beneath him. Immediately, dozens of Veilthar soldiers emerged from the walls, humanoid but jagged, their bodies composed of the same living crystal as their master. They swarmed. Hulk roared and smashed through them, his fists pulverizing crystalline warriors into dust. But for every soldier he destroyed, two more emerged. Their blades sliced his skin, leaving glowing violet wounds that burned against his gamma aura. The ship itself was feeding on his pain. Banner's voice surged in Hulk's mind. "We can't just smash blindly. It's draining us." Hulk snarled. "Hulk, smash smarter." He grabbed one of the crystalline soldiers, ripped its glowing weapon from its body, and strapped shards of alien armor across his chest. A crude, jagged set of armor formed around him. Hulk had become a cosmic gladiator. With his makeshift weapon, Hulk swung wide, cutting through entire squads of soldiers. The ship shook with his fury, the walls cracking as the aliens' own power turned against them. Hulk tore glowing veins from the floor and wrapped them around his fists, channeling the energy back at the soldiers. But then Korgath returned. The alien warlord stepped through a wall of crystal that folded open like a gate, his twin stellar core blades blazing brighter than before. His eyes burned with violet fire, and his voice boomed across the chamber. "Impressive. You adapt. But you are still a beast of instinct." Hulk stomped forward, chest heaving, rage boiling like a furnace. Hulk stronger than beast. Hulk stronger than gods. Their clash shook the ship. Hulk's fist met Korgath's blade, the impact shattering an entire corridor. Soldiers were vaporized by the shock wave. The fight moved from chamber to chamber, tearing through walls until both combatants burst out into the void again, battling along the hull of the warship as Earth loomed below. Every strike was like thunder. Hulk smashed, Korgath slashed, their movements a storm of green and violet energy. Civilians on Earth could see flashes in the sky like a second aurora. Cameras across the world captured the duel, humanity watching as their unlikely champion, the Hulk, fought for them in silence against a godlike invader. But the longer it lasted, the more Hulk weakened. His breaths came harsher, his wounds glowing as Korgath's armor fed on his gamma. The alien raised one blade and drove it through Hulk's side, impaling him with a burst of violet flame. Hulk roared in agony, gripping the blade with both hands. Korgath leaned close. "Your strength will end. And with it, your world." But Hulk's eyes blazed with fury. He pulled the blade deeper, forcing it through himself, just to get close enough. With his other hand, he smashed his fist into Korgath's face so hard the alien warlord was sent crashing across the ship's hull, crystalline shards flying into space. Hulk tore the blade out of his side, blood glowing green as it floated away. His voice was guttural, defiant. "Hulk, never stop." Below, Earth trembled. The rift widened, lightning splitting the skies. Time itself warped, seconds stretching unnaturally. Humanity's fate balanced on a razor's edge. And above them, Hulk and Korgath launched at each other once more, two titans locked in a duel that could shatter worlds. The battle wasn't over. It was only just beginning. Gamma wrath unleashed. The void burned with green and violet fire. Hulk and Korgath clashed again and again on the hull of the alien mothership, each strike shaking the warship to its core. Below them, Earth trembled. Oceans heaved unnaturally, tectonic plates cracked, and the atmosphere flickered under the gravitational pull of the expanding rift. The Veilthar warship had extended tendrils deep into the rift, drawing energy directly from the abyss. The pull was unstoppable, a cosmic siphon tearing at Earth's magnetic field. For humanity, it felt like Judgment Day. On the hull, Hulk stumbled, blood glowing green and streaming from wounds that would have killed any other being. His breaths came in ragged bursts, but his eyes still burned with fury. Korgath loomed over him, twin stellar core blades crossed, their tips inches from Hulk's chest. The alien's crystalline armor glowed brighter than ever, fed by Hulk's gamma aura. "It is finished," Korgath's voice boomed, echoing across space. "Your strength has become my weapon. Your world will nourish mine." Hulk spat green blood onto the alien's chest and grinned. Not finished. With a surge of raw instinct, Hulk swung upward, fists hammering Korgath's face and chest. Cracks spiderwebbed across the alien's crystalline body. But Korgath only roared in triumph. Every blow, every burst of gamma rage, only made his armor brighter. And then, with a slash that split the stars, Korgath drove one blade deep into Hulk's abdomen. Banner's voice screamed in Hulk's mind. "We can't win like this." He's turning us into fuel. But Hulk's growl came back, deeper than ever. No, Banner. Hulk, not fuel. Hulk, fire. For the first time in years, Hulk and Banner were not struggling against each other. They were merging. Banner's sharp mind and Hulk's infinite rage twisted together into something new. Something terrifying. The green glow around Hulk darkened, deepened. His skin cracked with streams of gamma energy, veins glowing like molten lava. The ground beneath them shattered as Hulk rose taller, broader, his very presence distorting the space around him. His eyes burned white-hot. Worldbreaker Hulk. The transformation sent shockwaves rippling across the warship. Crystalline soldiers were pulverized instantly. The alien ship screamed as if alive, its structure fracturing under the pressure of Hulk's sheer existence. Korgath stepped back, for the first time uncertain. What are you? Hulk's voice rolled like thunder, deeper, clearer, laced with both Banner's intellect and Hulk's rage. I'm the end of you. With a roar that shook the void, Hulk tore Korgath's blade from his own abdomen, crushing it in his hands until it shattered into violet dust. He slammed his fists together, releasing a shockwave so massive it blasted the alien warlord across the ship and rippled straight into the rift. The energy destabilized the siphon. The rift began to collapse and expand at once, lashing out with violent tendrils of black lightning that struck both the mothership and Earth's atmosphere. Korgath roared in fury, charging Hulk with his remaining blade. The two titans collided again, but this time Hulk did not falter. Every punch from him split crystalline armor. Every strike from Korgath was shattered mid-swing. Hulk's fists moved like meteors, his roar a storm of gamma wrath. Finally, Hulk drove both fists into Korgath's chest, shattering his crystalline core. The alien warlord let out a final, deafening roar as cracks of violet energy spread across his body. With a blinding explosion, Korgath disintegrated into shards of crystal, scattered into the void. But the fight wasn't over. The rift, fed by the warlord's dying power, began to spiral out of control. Black lightning spread like roots across space, threatening to tear Earth apart. Fury's voice crackled in Banner's head through damaged comms. Banner, what's happening up there? Banner's answer came through Hulk's thunderous voice. Hulk, fix it. The Worldbreaker leapt toward the rift itself. His body glowed like a star as he smashed through the tendrils of black lightning, fists tearing energy apart like fragile glass. Each strike made the void scream. Each punch collapsed the chaos, forcing the rift to shrink. But the rift resisted. It pulled at him, dragging him into its abyss. Stars bent and warped around its gravity. Hulk roared, muscles bulging as he fought against the pull, anchoring himself by slamming his fists into the edges of the rift and holding it in place. His voice thundered across the cosmos. Hulk, smash. Hole. With one final strike, Hulk brought both fists down into the heart of the rift. The explosion was blinding. A wave of green and violet light surged across the skies, visible from Earth like a second dawn. When the light faded, the rift was gone. The mothership was gone. And floating in orbit, battered and broken but alive, was Hulk. On Earth, billions erupted in cheers. Humanity had seen the impossible. A single man, a monster to some, a hero to others, had fought back the void itself. Fury watched the feed, a rare smile tugging at his lips. That's why we keep him around. Hulk drifted slowly back toward Earth, his body shrinking, his glow fading. Banner's voice returned in his mind, weak but proud. We did it. Hulk grunted. Hulk, always do it. The stars glittered again, serene and timeless. But now, humanity looked at them differently. Because they knew, out there among gods and monsters, one thing was certain. Hulk was the fire that even the void could not consume.